Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your fun fishing adventures live stream. I know nobody's in here yet, so we'll give a little bit. I'm gonna go get another rod real quick and we'll see if we can catch some more fish. Okay, okay. In fact, I might go steal my son's rod. That way, I don't have to retie mine. He's asleep, so I don't think you really mind. If you don't know, don't hurt, right? Sounds good to me. I'll be right back. Don't you go nowhere, but you're not here yet, so I'm not too worried about it. All right. Know if anybody's in here yet or not. 12 wonderful people. Welcome in, everybody. So, as most of you know, or some of you might know, we just did like a 12-hour live stream. We only caught 2 fish overnight. Stephen Merchant, welcome in. I can see the screen for now. The sun is that way. I'm here. So I've got one line out for catfish. Anthony J all day. Look, I did this for you, man. I propped my rod up against the railing. But I learned. I set my drag loose. So we're going to run this one rod just for catfish because, in all honesty, I'm probably going to be here about an hour. And it's just going to get too dang hot. But this, I'll show you the area I'm fishing if the sun don't get us. This is actually a pump station that pumps water from the other side, of course, because it's pump station. And it shoots it down through here, and at the end of that tree line is the Mississippi River. So any fish that's in the Mississippi River could very well be in here. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of hoping to catch a bowfin. So instead of targeting cats, I'm going to try them. There's a ton of gar. I've seen a ton of gar in here. Oh, yeah. I agree. But I can't set up if you look right behind me. It's whoop, can't really do nothing there. I'd rather have the camera facing that way. That way you wouldn't have to look at me either. So we're going to try this spot a little bit, and I'm going to do some luring, as Wild Hook would say, with this little thingy bobber I got on my rod and reel, the Foley spoon, and see if I can't catch something with it. I don't expect to catch any skipjack. There's not really any current, but you don't know. I mean, they do go where there's not current sometimes. But I got my drag set loose on that, so if something takes off with it, hopefully my rod stays on this side of the rail and not that side. And there's tons and tons of bait fish out here. Now, if I catch anything of any size, I'm really screwed. Because it's like 15 feet down from where I'm at. I'm going to have to walk it down the side, which I'd have to go down that side because that's all weeds and stuff. That's funny, throw that out there and you see all them bait fish scatter. So I kind of figure where the water level's at now. This is probably about 6 to 8 foot deep, right below where I'm at. With all them gars in here and skip and a cut piece of cut skipjack, you'd think you'd catch a gar at least. Morning again, Rhea. Rod, welcome in. Glad to see y'all are up and about. Definitely going to be a good little hour for fishing. What kind of gar? I'd imagine they're long and short nose gar. I haven't caught one yet. Some people say that there's alligator gar in here, which I mean, I guess there could be because it is Mississippi River. But I don't know. I've never caught one. Shane, welcome in. Good to see you. I am down in St. Jen at a place they call the Spillway, which is a pump station. And probably really throwing the Holy Foley spoon from up here is silly because it really don't get the action that it needs. But that rod's not doing anything, so I might as well do something. I did catch a bass here yesterday, which is kind of fun because I've never caught a bass in the Mississippi before. I caught that on that rattle trap that I got from Anthony J all day. You seen a couple smaller gator? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're in here. Outdoors kid, there you go. Check him out. I'd assume it's him. It's an outdoors kid. Check them out. We'll do it that way. Thought I just seen that line move like a gar pick it up. Could have just been my imagination. Kind of hoping a white bass grabs his Foley spoon or something like that. I figure a gar would probably grab it. Good morning there. So hopefully this phone's going to charge for us. It's at 28%. I've got it on. That battery ended up lasting us all night. Believe it or not. Stephen Merchant, welcome in. So I'm going to look for a faster charger for that cigarette lighter dealie. And see if we can't keep that phone where it's got a constant charge and it will charge it. That 3 amp charger just didn't seem to do the job. It would maintain it, but it wouldn't charge it. You just see these cars standing up here hitting the top of the water. There's all kinds of them. Really surprised they ain't come after this Foley spoon. Had one chasing that rattle trap yesterday though. He come up to it right as I was pulling it out of the water. That sun is definitely bright this morning. Tell you what, I'm pretty proud of Cole. Cole stayed up all night. I was exhausted. I had to sleep for a little bit, so I slept for a couple hours. Now he's up there sleeping. Amanda Dahl, welcome in. Good to see you. I'm gonna go get the rattle trap and my coffee. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And if you do, come back. All right, we're back. All right. So I know y'all are going to tell me right off the bat that this is overkill for throwing a rattle trap. And I'm going to agree with you. This is a catfishing rod, but I have a rattle trap tied to it anyway. It don't cast the best because it line's a little heavier than what that reel needs, but it'll still work. I probably need to put this reel on that rod that I don't like. Don't cast very far, that's for sure. Especially if you're casting way up here because you're losing a lot of distance. This is Anthony J's go-to bait. I don't have much luck with it. I've caught one fish, but Anthony J, he swears by it. So I'll keep trying it. I know that sun's hot. It's only like 7:30 or 8, maybe at the latest. It's going to be a miserable day again. I'm ready for the fall. At least in the fall, if I get cold, I can put some clothes on. Y'all don't want to see me take my shirt off, that's for sure. Or Mid-South, that would be terrible. That'd be a really bad sight. Oh, crap. Mid-South, you're in here? Dude, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you was in here. I was talking smack on you. I'm using a skipjack. I only got one right out for catfish, but it's a skipper. And I'm using a rattle trap, just fooling around. I would expect to catch something in here. I would be better if there was flow. Current's always better. But there's not. But there's a ton of bait fish. There's also a ton of gar. And the gar are chasing the little bait fish. So when the gar come in, the catfish go out, I think. Just my opinion. So that 12 hours we did last night into this morning, we had less than 1,000 views, which is really terrible, but I understand it's a Friday night. We got something going on here, guys. We're getting a bite. If I didn't know better, I'd say it's a turtle because it's just pecking at it. But my rod's laying down versus standing up like normal. It could be a gar, but he's just in there bouncing that line. Line's slacking up, the line's going tight. I'd say it's a turtle bite. Now, if I do hook up, I'm going to have to go down there to get it. I know this is a circle hook, but I'm going to try to set it anyway. I really think it's a turtle. It feels like a turtle. You know, once you pick your rod up, most time anything will quit biting on it. I think it's because it changed the tension on it. He might have got my bait. He did peck on it for a little bit. So we'll give it a few minutes and see what happens. Ray, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you. Amanda, if I didn't say hello to you, good morning. I know that sun's bright and hot already. So this was just a pit stop. We tried this yesterday before we went over to the river. We didn't have any luck, but I'm like, man, I got to go back and try this again. Once they kick them generators on in here, though, I think it'd be a kick butt spot to fish out. Might even be able to catch some skipjack up in here when they turn them generators on. Two-Stack, how you doing? Welcome in. All right, well, I'm going to check this rod because he don't seem to be hitting it no more. So we might not have any bait. But I do know somebody has line all over the place that wasn't here yesterday. With a dried up worm and 3 lead weights. So those lead weights are going to go in my lead pile. Line will go in the trash. I mean, it's everywhere. It's silly to leave all this here. That's just somebody being lazy. But I'll pick up their trash. See how loose I got that drag? It's pretty loose. Oh, I still got bait. Let's check it out. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, it looks like a turtle is chewing on the gut sack. But you know, I bet you there's fish probably up underneath us. So we're going to try it here. See what happens. Now see, when I go fish with people, I try to learn because I don't know everything about fishing. I probably really only know about that much about fishing, even though I've been fishing all my life. So like when I was fishing with Anthony J all day, he was throwing up in the pylons where the water flow comes through. And he was catching fish. So that's why I'm going to try to fish right here, just straight down, because this is a big tunnel that comes through here, and see if I can't find a fish here. I can't move the camera behind me, Tony. It's all rocks. And you're going to be right in the sun. Tony wants me to try to move the camera, but let me see what I can do. Shoot. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if that helped any guys. Ain't much I can really do. Welcome back, Carson. I know it's probably a little better view. I mean, I can always move my rod because it don't have to be right where it's at. I can't see chat, but that might not be so bad. Because it's really bright now because that sun is right there. So Tony, if that's better, text me and let me know. All right, I'm gonna move my rod over here on the other side so you guys can probably see it better. And we'll just cast her back out. What the heck? All right. I don't think we need to cast her a ton. Dang. All right, well, that'll work anyway. When I cast it, my rod hit the rail and it clicked my bail. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Loosen that drag just a little bit. All right. Now I have seen all kinds of gar right here where I'm at. So maybe a gar will grab it. So I'm gonna pull you guys up on my phone so I can see. I got on here to pull my YouTube channel up so I could re-chat because I can't see it on that phone. And I did something else and forgot about what I was doing. That's typical. This stupid phone probably won't even pick up. Now, I was kind of curious about how the picture was here. There's a big old gar just swimming right there. Looks like a short nose. He's just cruising along the top, eating whatever comes his way. I hate this phone. I got full tower and can't pull up the YouTube page on it. There it is. Hello, welcome. Sorry, I can't see chat too well. I'm trying to pull it up on my other phone so I can read chat. Much better? Okay. I didn't know if I could really get it to set even somewhat level here, but we made it work. I wish you guys could see all these gars swimming around. I really don't know why they're not biting on my bait though, because I mean, gar like to just pick up crap, and that's crap. Ah, there we go. Amanda doll. You talking about one of the Guard Dog Pros? I got one of those. Anthony J actually gave it to me, but I haven't used it, and I really thought I would. So I'll probably give it back to Anthony J so he can use it. So maybe I could just say I borrowed it. Now that gar, he's just cruising around right on top of my bait. I mean, my bait's right under where he's at. I'm really surprised he won't do it. Oops. I hate it when I go off of my live because I'm trying to scroll down. Now it's going to take 10 minutes for the stupid phone to let me back in. So what do y'all think? If the water was pumping through here, do you think it'd be a really good spot to fish? Because it would have a ton of current, I would think. And I don't really know about fishing currenty stuff because you guys see a lot of the lakes and stuff I fish don't have current. But I always heard more current's better. But it shoots straight on out there to the Mississippi. Come on, Gar, go bite on my line. I was even hoping hook into like some Asian carp or something, snag them. I didn't even snag into one of them dumb things. You go down to Kentucky and you fish with Anthony J all day, you'll catch them things all day. They are thick there. Being excellent. I really think so too. And you might even get skippies up here once that current starts running. So, but as far as the live last night, it was kind of a bust. We did it as a test. Um, I had like 80 hours of watch time, and I normally get 80 hours of watch time in probably about a 4-hour video. So to go 12 hours, that means I only got like 6 hours of watch time per hour, but it was a Friday night. What happens on a Friday night? Everybody and their brother is live. And I bet if you wanted to throw a cast net, this would probably be a really good spot because this water pushes out. And I was talking to the guy that comes and reads this gauge right over here. And he says the only thing that comes through the other side of that waterway has to be under 3 inches. So there's no big logs or anything that's up underneath here or can come through. So this probably be a really good spot to throw a cast net. There ain't going to be a whole lot of debris because the water pushes it down. Yeah. Wild Hook was all night. He kind of did the same thing I did. I think we just kind of did it as both kind of had the same idea. It wasn't intentional. But, you know, people was watching both our channels, so that's cool. But he went live at like noon yesterday, and he was down for a couple hours, and he came back up and did a live all night. Last I seen, it was just his camera running. And I think he had some fishing poles in the background. But I was driving. There's no current here. If there was current, it would be great. This is pretty much like a lake right now. We'll move that bait a little bit though and see what helps. Because right behind me is a big pump house. But if it ain't pumping, it ain't going to create no current. And the mighty Mississippi's right there. So it's going that way. But this is a good habitat for channel cats and bowfin. Definitely gar. Because I can see the gar. I'm sure there's probably a ton of carp in here too. No, I haven't got nothing yet. We had a couple bites. Was a turtle. You kind of see where he pecked in, where he chewed into it. So now they're up in the forecast to 92. It was 90. It was actually like 83 as of yesterday. So that bumped that forecast up 10 more degrees. It was supposed to be a cloudy day. It ain't cloudy. All right. We're not getting no bites where that bait's at. We're moving it. We don't have a whole lot of time. Well, I mean, we have time. We got all day. But I ain't going to sit out here and have a heat stroke. So let's move that bait. The fish ain't finding the bait. Let's find the fish. There's a drainage ditch that comes out right out there. I'm going to try to get over towards it. The weight hits the water and every fish in the little canal scatters. Now that should be good enough. Yeah, it looks like you guys can see the rod. No? How can you? I can't tell. Oh yeah, you can see the rod. I was watching my phone and see my rod bend. I forgot there's a delay. It was from when I put the rod down. Nobody said I was the smartest guy. Yeah, this is screwy weather this year. It ain't really been a bad summer, at least for us. Because usually July is like miserable. There was a lot of days in July we could get out and fish. It was in the 70s and low 80s. And then like yesterday was in the upper 80s, but the day before was 97 with a heat index of 115. Got a 20-pound catfish. Awesome. I just wish I'd catch a catfish. I don't care if it's a little dink. We still got 12 awesome people in here and 14 likes. Thank you guys. If you're new to the channel and you like to watch live streams and long form videos, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. I haven't been able to do a whole lot of long form videos lately. I've been doing mostly lives, but I'll go back to that as soon as crappie season starts back up. It's not like there's never a crappie season. You can catch them all year. It's just a lot harder to catch them in the summertime because they're deep. And if you don't have a boat with you, you can't get out to them. And dragging my boat to where I fish is pretty expensive. So I kind of try to save it to the winter until it turns fall and winter. Come on, fishy, bite that line. Can I say Anthony J is a nice guy? Heck no, you can't be spreading rumors like that. Don't be telling anybody that Anthony J is a nice guy. They'd never believe you. Man, that cup is hot just in the sun. You don't need to heat water up for coffee. Just put your cup out there for a few minutes. Well, that's kind of cool. You guys can see the fish in the water. I didn't really think the phone would get that view. Yeah, that Anthony J guy, he's not a bad guy at all. Wouldn't be right if we didn't give him trouble. Of course, he gave it right back. You know how that is. I wish you guys could see all these little minnows and stuff down here. There's just tons and tons and tons. I'm in a fry. I don't know what kind of fry they are. But there's a lot of them. So I need to check into what we're doing in the YouTube lives. Not that I'll probably ever do it again. If there's a time limit, because like we were going to do a 12-hour live or longer, and I had heard this before and I kind of forgot about it, but somebody said something like anything over 12 hours doesn't count, or it cuts off at 12 hours or something to that effect. And that's probably true on StreamYard, but I don't know about the YouTube live vertical format. That may not hold true because it's streaming on YouTube Stream. So I need to look into that so we, as a community, have an answer. Because I'd like Wild Hook, he's doing a long live. So I would really hate for him to do a 13-hour live and then not get credit for any of it. And that might be something that's put in place so people just don't sit there and put their phone in the window and do a live for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Which would make sense to me because there's people who do that and get tons and tons of watch hours. And they really haven't done anything to work at it but put their phone in the window. Come on, fishes. Yeah, there's a guard or something out there chasing that school of fish. He keeps popping them. I'm trying for anything that wants to bite. I really wanted a bowfin though. I will admit I did kind of hope to catch a bowfin. And this is the right kind of water for them because they like really non-running water that they can just kind of like just go graze around in. It's really still. So that would be like the perfect spot to catch one. I know when I catch them when I go to rods, it's always like in a harbor that's just off of the river. Or back in like a little creek type backflow. But I've caught them off the Illinois River, but I've never caught none in the Mississippi, and they run together, so you know they're here. might not be the prettiest fish. I think they're kind of cool myself, but they put up a heck of a good fight. Yeah, see, now Rod says they're nasty. They're a little slimy. I give you that. Okay, they're really slimy. Still fun to catch. I've yet to catch one on Mississippi. And really, I'm surprised those snakeheads aren't all over here. I mean, I'm sure they're in the Mississippi, but I haven't heard of anybody catching any up here. Which they look like a bowfin, but their head looks more like a snake. That's why they're called snakeheads. Yeah, Rod likes to eat those gar. I myself, I want to try one of them Asian carp because I heard they're really good to eat. And you figure they eat plankton, so it wouldn't be probably much different than a spoonbill. I don't know. It might be worth a try though to do a video on it. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? You clean it, you cook it, you taste it, and it's nasty. They don't need to be in the waters anyway. All right, I'm going to throw the rattle trap a couple more times real quick. Maybe if I'm doing something else, the fish will bite. That's usually how it works. If you're not paying attention to your rods, they'll go over. Don't say that to Anthony J because he wasn't paying attention to his rod and it really went over. Turn your back for a second, they'll hit it. Doing something else, they'll hit it. And don't forget, tomorrow night, Sunday Night Bites at 6 p.m. Central Time. Check it out. It's on my channel this weekend. And then next weekend, it's on Bank Fishing Adventures channel. I know we got at least one guest. And it's something that Stacy set up. But I definitely got somebody I want to get in on my next go around. I'd definitely like to get Anthony J in maybe 2 weeks if he wants to. Hey, we're getting a bite, guys. That's a bite. That's a fish. That's a hookup. He's still there. I don't know what we got, but we're on. Kind of acting garish. I don't know. I'm going to have to go this way with him. That's the only way I'm going to get to him. Oh, he's got some weight now. He's got a lot of weight now. I don't know if you guys can see me or not, but he's still digging. It's a little channel cat, looks like. That's a nice little channel cat. Yeah, that's a pretty nice channel cat, guys. We definitely did not get skunked this time. Come here, fella. All right, here we go. I don't know how well you can see him. As Anthony J would say, rah, 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 rah. There you go. I'd say it's probably 4 or 5 pounder. Fish on, fish in. I'm gonna let him go. All right, that's one. So we know there are catfish in here. Boy, and he was like right at the 1 minute mark or the 1 hour mark. So, seems how we caught a fish. Let's see if we can catch another one. I was hoping he was a little smaller. I was actually going to keep a couple. And he probably still would have been a good eater. Let me rehook this bait. He didn't have any problem taking that 8-odd circle hook in. That dude needs to move down, that's for sure. That's better. All right, so we got the skunk off the bank just in time. While I'm hooked on one rod and knocked the other one over. Let's get back out there and see if we can do it again. That fish ain't finding the bait, you got to try to find them fish. Yeah, he was like the perfect size fish. Oh, part of me wanted to keep fish, and the other part of me is like, well, gotta turn this camera back. So I really want to throw it in the cooler and take it home and clean it. I think it's probably the part of it being laziness and not wanting to really clean it. But yeah, that was a nice fish. Duke, welcome in. I think we should have fished here last night. We already got more action tonight or today than what we did last night, almost all night. Just shy of 12 hours, caught 2 fish. But I tell you what, on that rod I was using, I felt that fish felt like it was a monster. Buzztail, welcome in. Yeah, I just caught a nice channel cat, probably 4 or 5 pounds, on the old skipperjack. I only needed one rod to catch that fish. I didn't need 4 or 6, just needed one. Welcome in, I heard bass. We finally got that whiskered fish we were coming after. I was really honestly hoping it was a bowfin, but I'll take the catfish. It's actually a canoe. There's 2 people in it. And that was a bass that just jumped. Now, I'm not really sure where that canoe came from. He had to come from the river because there's no public access here. This is all owned by the levee department, whoever the heck owns this. I mean, it's not the levee department, but I don't really know what you want to call it. It's on the levee area. There's cornfields and maybe soybeans over there. So somebody probably rinsed the property for to plant the crops. I wouldn't mind putting a boat in here, but I wouldn't want to go out on that Mississippi in a canoe. Nope. Ain't no way. But they had to put in on the Mississippi somewhere. Oh yeah, there's a ton of gar out here. And I had a couple bass just like jump out of the water. I'm assuming it's bass. It acted like a bass does. But I'd have been smart. I'd have put like a whopper plopper or something on there and walked that shore and thrown a whopper plopper. I bet you I probably could have caught some bass. I caught one right here yesterday. My first bass I ever caught out of the Mississippi. All right, I'm gonna pick this rattle trap up, throw it a couple times again, and see if we can get bite like we did a minute ago. Come on, whiskered fish. Oh, come on, really? I'll be right back. I got that rail trap stuck on somebody's stupid line that they left hanging in the rail. Which, I mean, that could have been from when it flooded. I can't really complain too much about that, but I got my drag set loose, so if something takes off with it, the rod should stay on the bank. like he was a crappie fisherman. That snagged his line up down there. No, it's warping down. I just heard the rod move. Did you guys see something? He's using this little bitty jig. Looks not too rusted. It might not have been down there too long. But man, that's a little bitty jig for that. Or a little bitty jig head. I'm probably going to go for another 15, 17 minutes there. And that'll put me about the 9:30 mark. Cole was a trooper, and Cole stayed up all night with the poles while I took a nap. Because, I mean, I was at work at 5 a.m. I made it past 12, but I was done after that. So, and it's hot. He's in the truck with the windows open. I'm going to get that air conditioner turned on so he can sleep comfortably a little bit. But he can wait 15 minutes. If he is hot, he'd be complaining about it already. I don't know if my chat stopped or just nobody's chatting. No, just nobody's chatting. That's fine too. It's really too hot to chat. I just want one more whisper fish. Besides, honestly, if I wait much longer after 9:15, 9:30, it's going to be too dang hot to be out here anyway. My phone told me I'm off today. I appreciate it, phone. I probably would have forgot if it didn't remind me. Come on, fish. You got like 12 minutes. 12 minutes to bite. You can do it. do, and I go back, and I do, and I go back. I want to, but I end up going back, and that's bad. I went to chewing for a long time, then I went back to cigarettes, then I went to vaping, and I went. I'm tired of the cigarettes myself. I know I can quit again. I just have to set my mind to do it. That's what I did last time. But I really, really need to do it. And just talking about doing it's not doing it. And I don't really think a vaping's any better. I just need to go back to chewing and staying with that. Because I definitely felt better. I quit for like 4 years. Maybe it's 3. But it was somewhere in there. And it wasn't hard to do. I just put my mind to it. And after a week, it's not so bad. Just getting through that first week. I have no idea what it is either, Rod. But I know like there's a lot more chemicals and stuff in the vape juice than what there is in tobacco. There's still a lot of bad stuff in tobacco. So I tell you what, Rod, starting tomorrow, we'll try day one. We'll see how day one goes. It's Sunday. It's the day of rest. That means I try to put the cigarettes down, and let my lungs rest. And then we'll work on day two after that. Town's still at 125. What are you talking about, Mid-South? What you talking about, Mid-South? 125. 126. Good morning, Mid-South. We done caught one catfish. We ain't here much longer. It's getting hot. No, I only caught one fish today. I haven't seen him catch anything, but I ain't been paying a whole lot of attention. Looks like they're bass fishing. I'll find you a wife, Mid-South. Yep. Ditch pickle fishermen. They're in a ditch. I mean, it's true. All right, guys, we got 5 minutes. Then we're going to call it a day. I got to get some air conditioning on call. Because it's hot out here, and even though the windows are open in the truck, I know it's still hot in that truck. Tell you what, though, it wouldn't be a bad little spot to fish. If you're out in a boat, especially if you get out by the river channel, you know, where it runs into it. Probably wouldn't be bad at all. So, Rod, what kind of fishing you want to do when I come up September? You want catfish or you want a crappie fish? Or you want to do both? Remember, be politically correct. If you talk about bass fishermen, the first question should be, what's your pronoun? Oh yeah, I bet when they're pumping here, I bet you everything comes in here. But I know if it's like even remotely close to the top, I know it's 15, 20 foot deep now. So at least gives me an idea of how deep it is right here in this area. I wouldn't mind buying one of those like little eye bobbers and just put some really heavy mono on and be able to chuck it out and kind of get an idea of what the water depth is in places. Well, that sounds good. I'll probably take off. Probably do like a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll normally get if I do that, they usually make me work Thursday morning. So I could probably come down like Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday, leave Sunday or something like that. Hopefully, Pure Marquette Park's not too busy, and I can get a campground or a campsite there. Weren't you catching crappie up in that creek this time last year off the Illinois River? Well, like in September or October? Or is that only a spring type creek? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was somewhere in there. That might be kind of fun, and it would probably that's probably closer for you to go there than what it is to go all the way out to Otter Lake too. I'm just guessing because I don't really know exactly where it's at. All right, guys. I don't think we're going to get any more whisker fish. We gave it a try. Well, that'd be closer than going to Otter Lake, isn't it? I mean, it'd probably be closer for both of us. Hardin's what, 20 miles from Pure Marquette, something like that. Well, maybe if you want, we'll do that because that's something different. I mean, we usually do Otter Lake, which is a fun lake to do. Don't get me wrong. But it could be just as much fun doing the river deal. We might get into some bigger crappie. We'll have to use our live scope though. You can't catch fish without live scope. Just don't happen. We'll pick up this trash so I make sure I take it with me, this line. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call today and shut this dude down. I'm going to get Cole in some air conditioning. So thank you all for hanging out with me today. We did catch one whisker fish. It's right at the 1 hour mark. Tomorrow night is Sunday Night Bites, 6 Central Time on my channel. I got 1 or 2 guests coming up. I'm not sure. Stacy set it up. So I'm not sure who's coming. I'm going to try to get Anthony J in a couple weeks if possible. And we'll go from there. If y'all like to be on the Sunday Night Bite Show, let myself or Stacy know. And we'll do what we can to get you in. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. We'll see you tomorrow night, if nothing else. All right. Bye, guys.